Alrighty, fellas and fellows, welcome back to the channel. Since Rich hasn't put no videos, I dived through the archives. I found this. I posted this 2 weeks ago. We never got to it. I'm not sure what's in it. I do know from just the little bit I did watch before we just clicked on the camera to Gwent. Rich says that he's got like two lots there, right? He doesn't. He's got what?
It might be close to 2 lots, but even 2 lots, he's got a little over a quarter of an acre.
He's got 0.37 of an acre. And Rich, hey buddy, read that right there. What's it still say it is? Read it. So let's get into this.
Not going to any car shows today. I don't think there are any.
Well, your fat ass wouldn't be in there if I could look for him anyways. What are you gonna do, take 57? Oh wait, you can't. Never mind. My bad.
Well, I could crack the line at the master cylinder and bleed that. Then I have to find the right wrench in order to open the bleeder valves on each one of the wheel cylinders.
We know you don't like doing that.
I don't think it's a line. I think the lines are fine. Master cylinder's still full. When I pumped it, it actually should have drained out some. It didn't drain anything out.
You're a fucking idiot, Rich. If it's full of air, it'll take a few pumps. I mean,
He's so smart.
and unless you're blocking, if you're not pushing it down and blocking it off and then nutting up on the pedal, then you're just pushing air and sucking air back in. You're not accomplishing anything.
What are you talking about, Jeb? There is no clock ticking. If I want to stay here another month, I got another month's mortgage.
Hey,
I'm not
Remax
worried
still
about
got to
it.
pay that. I can't wait to hear you sold it so I can go to Citibank. Make sure they get their money.
It's not like I'm being kicked out. Like I told everybody before, it's like, I guess everybody thinks that I'm still being, foreclosed on.
Everybody knows you're a liar.
Don't you think if they were foreclosing, they would have done it already?
No, it shit takes time, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Actually, in
You're
a couple of
fucking
days,
idiot.
that thing
A
that's marked
foreclosure
up
could
on
take up to a
Zillow
year
is
to
going to
happen.
disappear.
I mean, you're a
It's
fucking
going to be
idiot.
up on the
dude.
market.
I mean, that's why my booze you take it serious, because you talk stupid. Like, I wouldn't be a pedophile working around
Foreclosure's
little
gonna be
kids. Well,
non-existent.
yeah, you would. That would be where you put yourself if you was. Motherfucker.
And that's not me being delusional. That's me being real.
I mean,
Nope, that's you being
The
delusional.
realty company I have is Remax.
well,
And I have all the paperwork
you're
inside.
not listed with Remax, asshole. Well, I called Remax. So is fucking 10 other people.
I'm getting out of here because I
I
can't.
mean, and I don't hear
maintain
you
the
have to have that
property
paper
anymore.
signed. That's only to
I don't
share
have it
from
in
realtor
me.
to realtor.
I used to, but I don't
Remax
have
itself
it
is a
anymore.
corporation. They share with each other worldwide because you signed the paper, dude.
So,
I mean-
is it on the market or isn't it on the market, Rich?
Right.
Which one?
I mean, you lying fat fuck.
It's too much.
I
The
mean,
heart condition, high blood pressure,
you sit here talking
water
about your fucking
retention,
breathing.
arthritis,
Where is
back,
your
lower back,
inhalers? Where's your
degenerative
breathing?
back
If your
disorder.
breathing was that bad, Rich, you would have
I'm
meds
not
for
looking
your
to fucking
breathing.
kill over and croak in my driveway, and nope.
You're fucking lazy. Is
You
what
would have
it is.
something like Brios,
Right.
Spiriva.
You would have some kind of he would have to take breathing treatments. I'm not saying
Nebulizer.
you have a hard time breathing because you're fucking fat as fuck. And I'm so sick of hearing you talk about you got water. You don't have water in your lungs, Rich. Your mom might have it. I promise you wasn't sitting smoking on a cigarette. You would not be puffing on that cigarette if your lungs have water in them, Rich. I can't think of what it's called right now, but you would be coughing up fucking bloody, fucking liquidy filled fucking goobers, dude. It would be horrible. You would not be sitting out here talking shit, puffing on a cigarette with water in your lungs.
Yep.
But he knows
You
about
asked
it
for
for a
it.
week.
I mean,
Just want to be
you're full
around
of
people.
shit.
Hey, Rich, you know why nobody would ever find you for 2 weeks, dude? Is because you pissed away everybody that's ever been around.
Right. I mean, Because you're alone, motherfucker. That's what this YouTube thing's about. You're alone. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's dead up there. That's why he ain't been on live or something. I mean, who knows? I mean,
People
nobody's going to
actually
lose no
see me,
sleep over it. Because of you. You did that.
Nobody sees me here because it's secluded.
Listen to this.
Got cars going by all day long, but they don't even know this house is here. They don't even know the 57 Chevy's here. You know how many people would stop if they saw a 57 Chevy?
What do you mean it's set in your driveway? You can see it plain as day from the road. You're working on a car and we can see cars driving by, Rich.
Hey, Dad, he bought
More
it.
lies.
You know why he bought it, right? So people would stop and you gotta have some fucking communication with outside world.
You're a 55-year-old man that's all alone because of your attitude, the way you are, and you are suspicious as fuck. What turns you on is probably something that you can't have.
You got these car freaking
say you have
guys all
cancer,
over the
you're
damn place.
racist.
Right, I mean, you
I
lie
just
about
wish
how
the
your
damn
health.
starter wasn't a pain in the ass. So I can get up underneath there. I was looking forward to just like taking the bolts out, taking the wires off, yanking the damn
Nobody in
starter
this
out.
household ever said, Rich, that you retain the water and you can't get water.
Dipstick
That
being
can't
in the way
happen.
for the trans.
And you
The
probably do retain
bypass
water.
tube being in the way for the frickin'
Congestive heart failure
bypass
causes that.
exhaust.
I mean, but so does your liver.
The fuel lines,
I
the
mean,
transmission coolant lines.
You probably got hepatitis or something.
The idler arm suspension in the way. Come on, man. Like, really, what the fuck? Am I supposed to take the whole car apart in order to get a starter in?
Yes.
No.
You take what's off as necessary.
There's fucking. I haven't even looked. Here, wait a minute. I guarantee there's a tutorial on YouTube to change the starter on one of these motherfuckers. I'll guarantee it.
I think that's a reason.
You do what's necessary to get the fucking job done.
I mean, no, you get a long extension, you get your fat ass underneath the car with a swivel, you put your hand up in there, fill the nut, run the extension to it, and work that motherfucker off.
He can't fill it with his hands and the fucking starter someone. You can't get an extension in there because the starter someone hides
What do
it.
you mean, dude? I can watch this. Dude. I'll upload a picture of the starter.
So
The
why,
bolts
you know,
are
like
on
9
there's
times
one
out
on
of
the top
10, I
corner,
get disappointed.
the edge and underneath
Because I come out here
there's
and I'm
none
thinking
hidden.
all great
It's
things
not
and
like
shit.
you're doing it in a fucking a 98.9 Mustang.
And I just don't want to do it.
I mean, now that's a motherfucker. I mean, he's just fucking fat and lazy.
Yep.
I mean, if he's as sick as he was, as he says, folks, he would be on other meds. He would have breathing meds. He would have special. I have specialty doctors.
No date to
Austin
be
has
out.
specialty doctors.
Nope.
He claims to be sicker than everybody.
That's
He don't
my
have no specialty
discretion. If I
doctors.
decide not to sell the
Well,
house,
specialty meds.
that's also up to me.
It's
That's
you're
not
fat
up to
lazy.
somebody else. So in other words, if I want to tell the realtor to go F off, I have every right in the world to do that. I'm paying the mortgage here. If I'm paying the mortgage and the mortgage is in my name, it doesn't matter if it's under a
It's
third
like him
loan
thinking he's going to
modification.
get top dollar out of that house. I've said it once.
I
and
never
I'll say
went
it
to
again.
court. There was
It's
never
going to take
a
20 or 30 grand to clean that place
judgment.
up.
There was nothing.
For somebody to come in and cut the widowmakers that's laying all through his yard, and that's what they were considered, widowmakers and dead fucking
My
trees
first
that's 20
screw up
foot
was
tall.
back when we had COVID.
I
That
mean,
was 2021.
That's $4,000 or $5,000 a tree around here to have them cut down.
Nope.
I mean, not counting all this shit's got to be hauled out, all the debris and weeds got to be cleaned up.
Jersey has some
$300,000
strict laws
for a house
against
that fucking they got to put 50 in.
people. Hold on a second.
And again, he's going to come out here and I guarantee he's going to say, Jersey has laws that defies all other laws.
Hey, Rich, man.
I mean,
Was that my notification hitting your fucking live stream? Because I posted a video about you tagging it?
On the live stream.
well, I mean, he's such a fucktard, dude. I mean,
See, if I had a lift, then I'd be able to get up underneath this damn thing.
No, you'd have
It
no
wouldn't
lift.
matter
there's
how
sick
long
of
it would
people like
take.
him in the world. I mean, we're
Because I
talking
could put
about,
shit in a certain
oh,
place
well, I'm
and that's where it
disabled.
would
And
stay.
Jersey, if you're disabled in Jersey, you don't have to make your mortgage payment. Because that's what he's saying.
Nope.
He's saying the judge will say you was disabled, you was sick and in the hospital, so your mortgage payment is forgiven.
Nope.
That's not at all how it works. The law is the law, no matter if you're sick or not. The rules are the rules, and you either play by them or you don't.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the reason why I can't do anything, because I got to get the olds out of here. So I
And
can
the
put a
old's out
pods
here.
in
I wonder
here.
how much he's got
So
done,
another
guys.
car, the 57, is going to go, you see where the end of the bushes are over there? There's another part of a driveway there. So this car is going to get pushed out of the way up in there. That way I can get the olds out of here when he comes, and then they could just drop a pods, and I don't have to walk very far. I could just go right to that.
I'm gonna show you he's out of his mind.
Lock it up,
The cylinder can't be in the way of the starter bolt. I mean,
that way she can set up the house and get it ready for sale.
I'm anxious to see this come together.
But I'm not going to run around like a maniac at the last minute. If I have enough money to pay the damn bill, I'm going to pay the bill again.
Hopefully you pay the damn bill.
I don't care.
Okay. Let's put this puppy to rest once and for all, Rich, you fat lazy fuck. Look, this is your starter for your 57 Chevy, dude. This is your starter.
Bring it in more. No. Yeah.
Am I good?
More. There you go.
Look at the bolts. Solenoid's here. The bolt. There's no solenoid in the way of any bolts or nuts, man. I mean, he can't do it because he don't have the fucking brains to do it. He's too stupid to understand you use a box wrench. He's too stupid to understand that most mechanics get nuts and bolts out all the time they can't see. You can't see them with your fucking eyes. You got to use a camera or something. So you have to do it with your hands. I mean, you're a fucking worthless waste of space.
And then I'll probably wind up being on disability.
You don't change that starter because you know the car's not going to run.
2 days, I didn't take that water pill. And in 2 days, I have problems breathing. And what they call what I had, this is the doctors, not me.
No, it's not.
So, in case anybody else gets that screwed up and likes to twist things
tell you got
around,
cancer, Rich?
make it try and sound like I'm an idiot.
You are an idiot.
When you have the heart problem that I had the second time around.
You mean you have or had?
Okay.
Which one, motherfucker?
You retain water. For some reason, your body does a shutdown on things, okay?
It's not your body shutting down.
And I actually my stomach gets blown up, so I can feel it being like pressure on my lungs, so I can't breathe.
You're talking about, my old lady died from the exact thing you're talking about, dude. From liquid. From her stomach filling with fluids, dude. You fat piece of shit. Except hers was blood, not water. And it suffocated her fucking kidneys, man, and she died. She was alive on a fucking Friday, and she was gone on a Monday. Straight the fuck up. So when you talk all this bullshit you talk, you're full of shit, dude. If you had water around your lungs, you would be in the hospital. You would be going to the hospital. You would be on hospice. You're good. It's time to make your peace. And that's a fact. Google it. When you have heart problems, you're going to retain water. That's what the furosemide's for. But, Rich, you also can't be down in a ton of salt. I don't want to hear sea salt. You're not supposed to be eating certain things, dude. And I guarantee you do. As big as you, especially if you're going to the senior center, don't act like they're serving y'all a salad, chicken salads and shit. I mean, you're basically going to the soup kitchen. I mean,
yep.
You're eating whatever the fuck they feed you, and you're dumping a ton of salt on it. You do nothing to better your health. You do nothing. This is what pisses people off. You do nothing. You sit and cry about how unhealthy you are, but you do dick to better it.
Yep.
You whine about your breathing like a little fucking bitch, but you don't take one goddamn inhaler. Yep. You haven't mentioned one inhaler, man. You don't take breathing treatments. You don't. No, motherfucker. You are fat, lazy, and out of shape, and you got fucking another person laying on your lungs when you walk, motherfucker. And that's a fact.
Now you can say Dad's got pissed at you before, Rich.
I mean, you fat piece of shit. Shut the fuck up with your bullshit. I'm not pissed off. It's just
with your woe is me fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I always talk like this. I'm always excited.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not pissed off. I mean, I don't
when
give
you
a
have
fuck
water
about
retention,
it.
you got water in your
He'll
legs.
be dead in a couple years.
Your stomach builds up water.
That's a fact.
And when it's got no place to go, it starts going in your lungs.
My
mother had the same problem.
That's not exactly how it works, Rich. It's not all how it works.
It's not that far-fetched. It's real. It's not fake. It's not something that I conjured up.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it usually goes to the lowest part of your body. It starts with your feet and your legs, man. And then it works its way up, dude. It don't just automatically go to your lungs, fat boy. God damn, you're done.
Like that stuff? I'll show you some Fred Flintstone in Wilma where they're doing all that kind of talk. She's talking about ass butter and smelling like shit. She can't wait for the damn shower to be invented.
The shower's invented, motherfucker, and you haven't used it, so what the fuck's your deal? You're still wearing that same fucking Chevy shirt prior to this day.
I seen those little skits. I'm like, damn, man, that's messed up.
Memes? What are you talking about?
They have them all over YouTube. Find those shorts and you'll see it. All right, who's this 2x4? Is this another one of them?
I mean, one of the main reasons, listen, one of the main causes for water retention for somebody like Rich or somebody like me is lack of physical
As soon as I get the
exercise.
Oldsmobile out of here.
The
Not
more you
beforehand.
exercise, the more water you get out. But when you say all the time, like, I mean, Google it. I'm not lying to nobody. I mean,
Yeah, but that you don't understand something. It's at my discretion. The mortgage is in my name. It's not in somebody else's. It's under a loan modification. I paid the first payment. If I want to pay another payment, that'll be another month. That'll be here.
listen.
It doesn't matter as long as I keep paying
Let me
it.
read this, man.
What are they going to
I'm so
do?
sick of hearing this bullshit. He acts like it can only be his heart causing this. It's not. It's his lifestyle. Look how big he is. Listen. Water retention can be caused by a number of things, including diet, medication. With Rich, it could be his menstrual cycle, little bitch. Physical inactivity. This is when it gets serious right here, folks. When it's organ disease, liver disease, or this could be Rich irritable bowel syndrome, motherfucker. But those are the main, some of the, not all, but some of the main causes of water retention. Only 2 of these are fucking serious. The rest of these you can control, dude. I mean, so let's talk about it, Rich. How's your diet, bud? What the fuck do you eat? A bunch of junk and shit. What about your menstrual cycle, Rich? Is it running normal? I mean, are you spotting once a month? I mean, what the fuck, honey? I mean, you eat a lot of chocolate when it's your time of the month? I mean, come on, fat boy. Physical inactivity, Rich. You're active, ain't you, bud? You fucking move, don't you, bud? You fat fucking roly-poly dumpster, fucking shitball. I mean, there's organ disease and liver disease is the other 2, which would be congestive heart failure, something like that, or your liver's fucked up. Again, you don't take any meds for anything like that. You've rambled off your meds, motherfucker. You don't take any meds for any of that shit. You don't take any meds for organ disease, any kind of organ failure.
Or
Liver disease. You take a fucking blood pressure medicine, your words lisinopril. I take it, Austin takes it. Except, we both take another one to go with that blood pressure. You take furosemide, which I take, which is to get the water off of you. Lasix, it's Lasix. Generic name for Lasix.
And guess what? We all still go out and do shit every day.
And you take one other pill and a once a day low dose aspirin. I take a fucking 325 a day, man. Every morning. It's not for what you said it's for. It's to keep your fucking blood, your heart pumping. It kind of thins your blood and helps you. So people that's had a heart attack and a stent, they usually have to proceed on aspirin for the rest of their lives. I mean, so that's real talk, Rich, on your fucking health, chump. I mean, stop bullshitting people. You don't want to be sick, get off your fat fucking ass and move.
Fat boy.
Fuck.
That's a good picture of dirt.
Listen, man. Lifestyle changes that can help him, dude. Following a low-salt diet. Eating foods rich in protein, potassium, and magnesium. Drinking, how much water do you drink, Rich? Probably none. Only in your fucking, you probably only drink water in your fucking, in your coffee or in your fucking.
Out of his lungs.
Right, I mean, elevate your feet. You don't even wear compression socks or leggings, cuz. You whine about these fucking feet. I've never seen you in a compression socks or leggings. You're not as sick as you lead on, motherfucker. Facts.
It's a show.
It's a show, man. It's so you can justify being a fat, lazy piece of shit.
Nope.
It's so that you can tell the world, I can't do this because I'm sick. Then answer my questions, Rich. It's not that hard. Where's your specialist doctors at? What meds are you taking specifically to treat your congestive heart failure? Because you haven't mentioned one med that treats congestive heart failure.
And your breathing.
What meds do you take for this trouble breathing that you have so bad? Who is your breathing doctor, Rich? Who is your lung doctor, bud? The way you talk, you should have a lung doctor. You should have a primary care physician. You should have a heart doctor at the very least. You should probably also have an endo. You said you was pre-hyperglycemic, so you should be seeing an endo for that to keep an eye on it so it don't blow into full-blown diabetes. I mean, this is real talk, Rich. Where the fuck are all these doctors at? Where's the meds that you should be taking for the conditions you say you have, boy? Because you don't. You're a fat, lazy, disgusting piece of shit that wants everybody in the world to feel sorry for him. Like, I can't put the starter in the car because the solenoid's in the way. I just showed you. Solenoid's not in the way of any of the fucking bolts. What the fuck is the solenoid going to do? Why is it in your way? It's just another fucking diversion. You're like a magician. It's like, look over here. Don't pay attention to this. Don't pay attention to the fact the car will never run right. It's a fact.
Who are you going to call a Ghostbuster?
Right. I mean, right. It's all a diversion.
In order for them to do a foreclosure on you, they have to go through the courts. They have to send you the paperwork, and they have to take you to court. And they have to get a judgment against you. Then when they get that judgment, you have a certain time period to get the hell out.
No, Rich, this is how a foreclosure works.
On you, and
this is how a foreclosure works.
Keep everything you have.
You would miss your payment for so long. They would file, which they did. The paperwork's there. They did file. Now, whether you got it out of foreclosure somehow or whether you didn't, I don't know. Don't give a fuck. But right now, it still stands as it's a pre-foreclosure. That's what it would be in. So let's stay on track here, Jack, because I'm an idiot. I'll get off task. You don't make your payments. They file in you. They put it into court. The court sends out paper. They set up a court date. You go to court. The judge hears your side. The judge hears their side. At that point, the judge either sides with you or them. More than likely, if you didn't catch up your payments and you can't come together and come up with some agreement to keep it out of foreclosure, at that point, the judge will order the property foreclosed, which could take up to a year or more for them to do. But at that point, if you foreclose on your house, he will say it's foreclosed on. He may be a nice judge and say, how much time do you need to get out?
Yep.
But he may not be a nice judge. He may be like, hey, dickhead, you have 30 days to vacate the premises. And he'll slam down his gavel. He'll say, so ordered this day on blah, blah, blah. And that will be the judgment. And at that time, you'll get papers handed to you right in court that's foreclosed on, with the date you're supposed to be out.
Yep.
Anybody watching this, tell me I'm wrong, because that's exactly
not that kind of a situation. I don't know how many times I have to say it.
I mean, because you make outlandish statements like my realtor said, don't make my next month's mortgage payment.
Not.
Well, wouldn't that start the process all over foreclosure again, even if it's out right now, if you didn't make a mortgage payment for a month? I mean, god damn. What a waste of space, man. Drinking his Campbell soup. I mean, got a spoon in his cup. I mean, you're probably swallowing chicken and dumplings whole. I mean, I guarantee if you're sitting next to that motherfucker eating, I couldn't do it.
At a certain point, this thing doesn't scroll anymore. I actually have to scroll it myself.
I mean, he's fucking slurping the food. I promise he's fucking chewing his mouth open, falling back out of his fucking mouth. I mean,
no, I'm not saying I'm not going to move. I have to get out of here at some point because I can't deal with this shit anymore. I can't cut wood like I used to, and I got a ton of it here. And that's because of the heart condition. That's also because I don't have the stamina or the energy to put up with it. My breathing is
compromised. So your house only has wood heat. You're in Jersey, and your house only has wood heat, and you think you're going to get $300,000 out of a house
years because I don't have the stamina or the energy to put up with it.
You don't have a central furnace. I mean, how do you even get insurance? I mean,
again, how is your breathing compromised? You take Brio, you take Spiriva, you take albuterol, you take a nebulizer. What meds are you on for it?
What is it? Pulmonal? I can't think. What the fuck is your breathing doctor considered? Anyway, what is your breathing doctor, Rich? Stop talking shit and buck up and say, look, shut us the fuck up, Rich.
Because you're talking about something that I know damn good well about. I've had asthma for most of my life.
Listen, guys, the only way I would ever say anything like it's a goddamn fact for sure is if I've either dealt with it personally, I know about it personally from first-hand experience.
And then,
because if I don't, I would say I may be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
Dad, what happens when we're spraying paint? What's the first thing that starts happening to me?
Start wheezing and shit.
So therefore, Rich could have got their spray paint in his fucking car and held them fumes.
Listen, lung problems ain't just from humidity in it. I mean, there would be other factors. Pollen. I mean, and maybe not pollen. I'm not saying everybody pollen, but that would have to do with humidity in summer. But like paint fumes, I mean, gas, anything like that. Dust. Fluid. Yeah, have you seen his house? The cobwebs in his house? Dust would fucking fuck it up. I mean, You are
Any kind of
such a
chemical?
liar, dude. You are lazy. You're a lazy, roly-poly motherfucker that wants people to feel sorry for you. That will die at a really young age than you probably should have died. But fuck, you're gonna do the world a favor. I mean,
Yep.
one less asshole that taxpayers are gonna pay for that can work and don't. Because, like it or not, you're saying you can't drive school kids around anymore, but you sat in a car for 3 or 4 hours doing a live.
I'm glad.
I mean,
I'm glad we never brought any rich juniors into this world.
right? I mean, a drain on
Because of the air
society is whole
condition. That's
life.
also because of the water retention, the water buildup, whatever the hell they call it.
No, dumbass, that's the cause of your water buildup. Fucktard. That's my point. You're an idiot.
So in other words, I'm not at a point where I'm giving up and
Water
ready to
retention's
throw
not
in the
fucking
towel,
your
but
heart up. Your heart is fucked up and it's
it's
causing water
not
retention.
looking like
That's
it's
the
going to
organ
be
failure,
too
Rich. I was trying to talk about a minute ago.
before that happens, you know.
Damn, you're done.
Give me a heart problem. I have to be able to do something that's not stressful, something that's not going to give me a heart problem, something that's not going to compromise my breathing.
Well, I guess it's not YouTube, folks.
Right.
Like the humidity actually compromises my breathing. Whether you want to believe it or not, it does.
Yeah, people have been from humidity
It
wood.
thins the
They're
oxygen
cold
in the
wood.
air, so
I mean,
it's actually less oxygen for you to take in.
it's not just
That's why I
that.
come out here and
Listen,
Pollen.
hang on.
Because it's still
Moisture.
cool out. You have the dew on the car, you know, and it's just.
That's why he likes showing his car in the morning, folks. Because it has dew on it.
Right.
Dew makes that paint job look sweet.
Again, Rich, you're talking
It's
about
bearable,
breathing.
you know?
Where's your breathing meds?
Whereas
Where's your nebulizer? Also,
when it gets
right
hot
here.
and it gets 80 degrees and the humidity goes up, it doesn't help me at all.
And your answer to all that is to sit on your ass and chain smoke cigarettes,
I
not
have
to
no
try to
idea what the hell's on the
exercise,
radio.
do
I'm not
anything
even
to
paying
better
attention to
yourself.
You know what's something that pisses me off on a serious note? Like, it don't really piss me off, but it kind of bugs me. Why is it that I got dealt the short straw in life when I've never smoked a cigarette, done any kind of drugs, pot, anything like that, ever compromise my lungs? But somebody like Rich can chain smoke for fucking 50 years and then have lung problems supposedly and want to whine about it. Well, you put yourself in that situation because you picked up smoking.
Smoking's not the only thing. Rich probably does have a hard time breathing because he is literally, for his height, he is literally carrying another person on the front of him. It's like he has a fucking 110-pound man or woman, person, has a 110-pound person, bear hugging his neck and got their legs wrapped around his waist.
You guys know that Eddie Murphy, dude, when he did the Nutty Professor, he fucking based on Rich's body weight, right?
I mean, yeah, flubber here. I mean, you do nothing to better your health, dude. I mean, you do nothing to better your life. You have done nothing in 5 years. You have done nothing to better your life.
If I chose to say,
besides destroy a 57 Chevy in 283.
I try not to be that
You know
person
what?
because
I really am
used
not
to be that
liking this,
person
you
that'd be
know.
like, it's not
I don't
fair,
want to sell.
you
I'm
know.
going to keep my house.
Lady's
Same thing like I got rid of that vulture.
And
vulture that was trying to
blah,
buy
blah,
my
blah.
house for
But
$195 when it
it's
was over
hard not to be like
$300,000.
that when you see people like
Like,
this.
dude, man,
And
you're
you have
trying to
somebody
rip
like
me
your
off.
mom that was a good,
You
decent
know?
human being, man. I mean, she loved kids, man. My house is
The
like a
property
orphanage.
that I have here
You're on
goes
dope,
all
don't
the
want to
way
raise your kids,
back
bring your house
there.
from mom.
Goes
We'll
all
raise
the
them.
way over there.
I mean,
It's like 2 lots, 2.5
she
lots.
gets the
More
shit
property than my
in.
parents had
but this motherfucker,
when I was a kid.
I
The
mean,
only
and people
problem is
like
the house
Gary.
is set in the wrong area. It should have been set
But I
over
try
here.
not to let it bug me, but sometimes it does get to me a little bit.
Only the good die young, Dad.
Then I would have had a driveway going alongside of it, and then I would have had a
I mean,
yard
why
over here and
didn't-
then a yard in the back.
I mean, I'm the worst person in your mom. It should have been me. I mean,
Now, Rich, you guys is a personal fucking designer. He can look at your yard and tell you where you need to put your house at for convenience.
Got caught. Else, you know, I have some
If
wacko
there was any
come up
justice,
here and the electrician. Hell, I left the money out here from yesterday. Didn't take it.
Rotten trees over and crush that 57. Dude.
I'm willing to bet, dude, that he still doesn't pay his electrician.
Yeah, hold on. He done let that shit slip out the other day. He ain't paying nobody, guys.
Else, you
His
know, I have
insurance
some
company.
wacko
Well,
come up here and the
listen,
electrician. Hell, I
listen.
left the money out here from yesterday. Didn't take it.
Now, he claims that he had insurance, and his insurance put the bill for all this shit for the tree service.
And that guy,
So
the electrician, hell, I left the money out here from yesterday.
Him
Didn't
the
take
check,
it.
or would the insurance cut the check to the?
Like I'm not leaving it out
Electrician,
there
the tree
overnight
check.
and everything else. Yeah.
I want you guys to hear this, dude.
And that guy, the electrician, hell, I left the money out here from yesterday. Didn't take it. Like I'm not leaving it out there overnight and everything else. You know, I have some wacko come up here and going through my shit and.
So now Rich, in his desolate area that nobody knows where the house is, has people walking up there checking cars.
You're missing the most important part of Rich's, the biggest flaw in Rich's story. Why wouldn't the guy knock on the door? If it's during hours when Rich is awake, because that's what he's saying. He left it out there all day yesterday when Rich was up and awake. He don't leave it out when he's not up and out because he don't want to leave it out there for somebody to take. So obviously Rich is up and moving when this money's in hand. Why ain't they meeting, him paying him and shaking hands and moving on the way? Why would the money need to be left outside while Rich is inside for the guy to come?
Yep.
It's not like Rich is saying, hey, I took off for a couple hours yesterday and left the money here and he never picked it up. He's saying, his exact words is, I don't want to leave it out overnight because I don't want nobody to take it. So obviously Rich is around to watch the money and keep an eye on it. Why wouldn't two human beings meet and you give him the money, Rich?
Unless there's bad terms.
Yeah, there's got to be some
Fine,
bad blood.
$800.
You're ducking the
I'm like,
dude.
nah, I don't think so. Put it back inside.
I mean, you're ducking the dude.
And I told him, I said, I can't send him a check because my bank changed. They're no longer Lakeland. It's now somebody else. So I don't even have checks. So
What happened to Citibank, Rich?
Hold the fuck on, you more of your bulls. So let me get this straight. You just literally, I haven't listened to it again, but I'm pretty sure he said that his bank changed hands and his account just went poof. His account is poof, it's gone. The bank sold to another bank and they said, fuck you, Rich. We're keeping your money. We're closing all your accounts out and keeping your money. Wouldn't your accounts transfer with the new bank? Rich, I mean, they are your accounts, your money. You are such an idiot, dude. They would have to honor any checks written on the old bank unless it's 3 years down the road. I mean, they would literally have to honor any checks wrote from the bank that, as long as it's a good account and a good check, they would have to honor it. It wouldn't matter. It would matter if it was their bank on it or the old bank. They would have to honor that check, Rich. What about everybody that done paid their bills for the month with the check? For the people that still write checks, and the bank changed hands. You're full of shit. Another flaw in your lies, Rich.
I can't send him anything. It's got to be cash or nothing.
You can't get a money order?
And as far as from what I'm concerned, he was supposed to change the conduit, and he never did.
See? I told you. I fucking haven't even heard this yet. There's bad blood. I fucking knew it. Bad blood.
Rich is a mally fuck.
He's
Pulling it
ducking
up
this
out of
shit.
the roof when he came here.
Because there's no reason Rich couldn't, he wouldn't knock on the door and Rich handed the money. If it were one of the things where Rich is ducking him.
I don't.
And Rich likes to talk to people, you know.
Rich has probably told this motherfucker, you come back on my property, I'll fucking fuck you up. You know what I mean? You know how Rich's temper is.
What the hell he used?
I mean,
They ran wire around the damn conduit and then somehow anchored it to the roof.
and listen, man, if Rich hired
what the
insurance
hell
and
he
his
used.
insurance cut the check for all this, all Rich, if the job is inferior, all Rich would have to do is get hold of his insurance agent and say, look, this job is not up to code. And his insurance agent would send an adjuster out to look and check it out with the code officer, and then they would fight with the electrician themselves. The insurance company would. It's simple. I mean,
The reason is to talk to you.
Here's my thing, you guys, okay? On a serious note. Like Dad just said, because think about it this way, if that's not the code, it doesn't matter what you're selling house for. If you're going through a real estate and people are buying the house, I got a buddy that's looking to buy houses right now. He's wanting to move away from his mom and stuff. That he personally has told me that the house, they have to have an inspector come in before a loan is given to make sure the house is up to code on everything.
yeah, but you can, listen, I don't want it to sound like he's saying that you can buy a house without an inspection. You can if both parties agree, but more than likely if you're going to get a mortgage on it, the bank, whoever you're getting a mortgage from, like Austin said, is going to want an inspection. They're going to want to make sure everything's up to code, and then they still might buy the house, but they're going to deduct all that off the sale price. You understand what I'm saying?
They want their investment to be good.
Yeah, they're not going to give you your full asking price if your wiring's not up to code and everything. Yeah, your roof's not up to code, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? If they have to come in your house and put a new roof on it, they're not going to give you the full asking price.
Broke.
I think the next one I'm gonna do a clip from Rich when he painted that car. Because Rich has bad breathing, right, folks? Right? So therefore, he would be kind of wheezy when he was painting the car, right?
Do the one where he's running laps. The one I was cheesing on so hard because it's so fucking funny, dude. And painting his car. You remember that one? Where he's talking about, oh, this is more than 2-stage.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
More than 2-stage. I mean, he says he has breathing problems. Like I also said, watch this fool paint this car. Watch him make laps from front to back, front to back, front to back. You don't see him wheezing out of breath. No, man, he's lazy. Flubber is lazy. I mean,
Careful.
he retains water because he is overweight, folks. Not because of his heart, not because of his lungs, not because he is overweight.
So we'll be back, right back, you guys.